Hello and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. First of all, big up everyone that has just been redirected from Jimmy's channel. I was just on there with Jimmy and Joey as well. And after this stream, we're gonna go straight to Joey's channel for the Copa America final. Big up Jojo already, who left a comment. Thank you for subscribing. And big up to everyone here. If you are new, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 before the end of the year. And yeah, we're gonna talk all things England, or all things England versus Spain. So literally leave your comments and leave your contributions within the chat. Big up Bush as well. Big up Bush, bro. And obviously the excuses have come out already. Of course, what does this country lack, guys? Accountability. So first of all, where is it? I thought I bookmarked it, but let me search it up because I've got the tweet up. Jamie Carragher, guys. Jamie Carragher was the first one, of course. Like every tournament, guys. Um, he never wants to give Southgate any sort of shit, does he? Let's be honest. Never. When has he ever given Southgate any sort of shit? It's always the players. It's always someone else. So let's go to Carragher's tweet. Sven played 4-4-2, referencing Sven-Goran Eriksson. Fabio is referring to Capello was too strict. Gareth is too defensive. Funny how it's always on the manager, isn't it? The fact is, our big players didn't turn up this tournament and other tournaments going back years. Why is it always one or the other when it comes to manager and the players? Why is it never both? Let's go through the lineup. Who in the front four turned up today? Saka has been in and out this tournament. He didn't really go past Cucurella. He had the ball the most, but he didn't do anything really. And then when Spain got the goal, what did we do? We told Kyle Walker to stay even further back. So Saka's now 1v2ing people. Now, as Joey said on Jimmy's stream, as you heard, he didn't go around the outside. He didn't go around onto his right foot to take on Cucurella. He didn't do that at any point in the game, from what I know of. And Cucurella did well. I know some of you are Chelsea fans. I know some of you know I probably have been sticking up for Cucurella as well. I think Cucurella is a really good player. But Saka just didn't turn up. But two players that were worse, Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham. Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham were literally battling it out for, can I drop a bigger stinker than you? Now, fair enough to Bellingham. I'm pretty sure it was him that laid it off for Palmer. It was either him or Watkins. And it was a good touch. But other than that, this whole tournament, let's look at you from the bigger picture. You are meant to be the Real Madrid superstar, the premium box crusher. And you seem to have put your all into it in the Serbia game. Because I actually think in the general performance, in that Serbia away, neutral ground, whatever, against Serbia, he didn't do that bad. That was probably his best performance. However, since then, 0 out of 10 after 0 out of 10. An overhead kick is a moment in a game. How many times have you watched like a Premier League team? They're very meaty, and it's because they've gone in moments. They get out of situations because of their occasional final third quality. It doesn't mean these players are consistent. It never has been. This has never been the case for England. This has never been the case for England under Southgate. So why can't people watch things with their eyes and think, okay, maybe he's approaching the games wrong? This is why my respect for Alan Shearer has gone up this whole tournament, because he's actually given accountability towards the manager. Now, none of these pundits are actually going to say anything about the manager because either they're friends with them or they never want to say a manager out. Because for some reason that is banned from punditry. And you see with Alan Shearer didn't say anything anything critical to do with David Moyes because he's friends with him. Big up Bush again. My concern is how the hell Walker, faster than Mbappe, let Cucurella, slowest fullback in the world, get to slow that ball moving so that easily. Yeah. Fucking hell. Walker has finally lost a yard of pace, but he's also seemed to lose. What, has he lost IQ? Has he lost a bit of IQ? Like, I don't get it. Big up, Mo. Never watched you, but respect. I like your stream so far. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. That's the thing, yeah, with Kyle Walker, yeah. Throughout the season, we've seen it under Manchester City, that he was actually just pure arse juice. Him and Trippier, both pure arse juice. Both former Tottenham as well. That's just a bonus. But Kyle Walker has been got at by so many people. And we've seen with Kyle Walker in the past, if you just look at what people say, Kyle Walker likes to do this thing where he lets people go past them to catch up with them. You cannot do that anymore. Now he's had performances before where he's locked up Mbappe, he's locked up Vinicius Junior. When we lost to France in that World Cup, he actually did very well against Mbappe. But that season, last season, I think Man City might have seen something, which was why they might have been some of the maybe hierarchy were slightly willing to let him go to Saudi or Bayern Munich. But they kept him. And a big detriment towards Walker was like a big detriment towards Manchester City. Sorry, was Kyle Walker. Man City weren't that good for their standards last season. Kyle Walker was a big thing. He's taken that form into this tournament, and he started every game. Now Trent isn't good defensively, no, but he can do nothing else. He can do so much else that no other player from right back position can do in that squad because Reece James isn't there. Walker was responsible for both goals. Completely agree. He's so defensively unaware, it's shocking. Completely agree. He leaves all the space behind him and gets distracted. You see, I was talking to my mum. I was watching the game with my mum. You see the first goal when a man is too tight and they're attracted to the other man, not literally, but you know what I mean. And there's space in behind, and then there's a 2v1 situation. Big up Ray under the chat, bro. Big up yourself, bro. And there's a player in behind, and he's left space for the other player. That is youth level football stuff. That is school football stuff. As a 33-year-old right back that has won everything there is to in the game, that has played in the Premier League for so long, at the top, this is the top league allegedly, and you played international football for a long time, where you've had so many good games and so many masterclasses on wingers. That is amateur, to say the least. And he got absolutely doggied by Nico Williams. Now, we didn't really have anyone else there. You can't really put Trent on him if you're going to set up the way you set up. But when Spain go 1-0 down behind, is where you bring Trent on because you're not. Like as soon as the second half started, you saw the spaces. You saw the spaces in behind in between the defenders. Luke Shaw held his own for 45 minutes, but clearly his fitness came into play because Yamal ran ragged. And his IQ is so much higher than Luke Shaw, and he's pretty much a third of his age. Yamal turned 17, 1 or 2 days ago, and he completely got at Luke Shaw. Big up to Gay and Stones, because Gay and Stones haven't really made many mistakes throughout the tournament. They made the occasional mistakes, but managed to make up for it throughout the tournament. They managed to make up for it by performing on top of that. So no slander should be going towards them too. Apart from the goal, maybe Gay should do better for the goal, but that cross should have come in the first place. Great cross by Cucurella, and he's probably the best in the Premier League at the low-driven cross. But Kyle Walker, where are you? Where are you? In the Delia Smith voice, where are you? That's what I don't get. It's not like it was Nico Williams. It was Cucurella, a man who's a left-back. If you just press him or go to his right foot, he'll recycle the possession, and then England aren't in danger, are they? You got both wingers that want to take them on up and down with pace. England don't have that anymore. Walker, without pace, when he's old, isn't that good. It's not like I've never called Walker a pace merchant when he was at his best because he has the ability to read the game and judge the game and judge when to use his pace and judge when to go full speed. It's how you use the pace as well. But because he's lost a yard of pace, he's lost his whole game and he's spiraled and out of control. He spiraled. He left Stones and Gay for dead. And I was saying this before the game on multiple previews on my channel and other people's channels as well, that the centre-backs are going to have a lot to deal with. I think Pickford has done well this tournament, but he likes to punch the ball a lot. Now, guys, I'm talking passionately because and it's not even an England thing because I don't get angry and rage like I do with West Ham games. With West Ham games, you will see me lose my head quite a lot. With England, I'm more passionate about what people say after the match and what people say during the match as well, because they like to see a whole different image in their head because they are emotional, whether they are ex-player or just a passionate fan. Big up Bush once again. Props to Spain and their coach. The difference between the two sides is that Spain midfield is impeccable with or without our starters. Olmo in for Pedri. Spain play as a team. England play as just individuals. And he's also an under-21s manager. Same as Southgate. So this De La Fuente guy has also shown up Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique, when he had Spain, it was bad coaching. They got run over by Morocco. Had Rodri at centre-back as well. One of the best DMs in the world. And probably the best midfielder in the world right now. What? It's at centre-back? At centre-back? They got run over by Morocco in that World Cup. They got completely run over. So when De La Fuente comes in, he's like, okay, Pedri, Olmo, all these players, they set him up as a team. So as Bush said, when a player comes out, a player comes in, he knows exactly what to do for his job. What was it, the Germany game, or was it? Yeah, it was Germany, where Pedri got injured 8 minutes in, Olmo straight in, instant impact. And it was like he started every game. Danny Olmo, great player. To be honest, honestly, it was Saka's fault. He didn't track the man. Cuckoo was his man, and Walker's up front for the blame as well. Fair enough. I do partly agree with that because that makes sense. Because he would. It's not like we didn't. It's not like we set up for our wingers to not track back as well. But yeah, also yeah, I do agree with you on that. To be fair, I do think Saka should take blame for that. I think Saka should take accountability for this tournament as well, but not as much as Foden and Bellingham. Jonathan, you're spot on as well with that criticism. I think he needs to take accountability for that marking because Kukurea is literally his man. And it's not like Saka isn't bad at tracking back. Saka does it all the time. He's very good at pressing and redoing his whole position to track back. His work rate is superb. So I don't know why he was lacking for that. But this is what I mean as well. For that goal, it's like Walker was just watching forward. He's not checking. He's not scanning. And you don't even just scan as a midfielder. You scan as a football player throughout the whole tournament. So Walker's just watching that way. Walker's not watching behind him. But what happens then? Nico Williams is free. Kukurea is free. It's like if I was the manager beforehand, I'm saying about, you see, they've got Shaw, they've got Trippier. It doesn't matter who you come up against, target them. And to be fair, the right side got targeted more, our right side. But I'm going to move past the defence. I'm going to go to the midfield now. Now, I've been a big campaigner for Adam Wharton to come in all tournament, and maybe the final was probably not the best way to include him. And he didn't include him. He hasn't included him all tournament. He got 0 minutes. Adam Wharton will be in most people's team of the seasons next year in the Premier League, and I'm going to keep repeating that no matter what stream you see me on. Now, let me talk about this. Declan Rice. Now, I don't need to talk with emotion about Declan Rice, and I never did when I was at West Ham. I would always give him accountability on a rare bad game that he will have for West Ham. But as I said on Jimmy's stream as well, Rice was never this bad at West Ham. Never this bad. He was at first team football for 4 seasons for about 5 years. This is the worst Declan Rice I've seen since he's become a grown man. And it's not Arsenal's fault or anything. I was just shamelessly just biting at that. But with Declan Rice today, he, like, physically, it's very rare you can get past him unless someone's insanely mobile trying to take him on. So, like, he struggled with, like, say, Maximin in the past, I made go past him. But it's giving the ball away. It's like he used to keep the ball a lot at West Ham. And even for Arsenal, he's kept the ball very well at Arsenal. But it seems like, when you play a video game and a controller goes off and your character just turns into an NPC and does his own thing, that's exactly how Declan Rice was playing today. The controller turned off multiple times. It's like them old Xbox 360 controllers, where you shake your controller too hard, you move your controller too hard, and the batteries haven't gone in properly. The batteries were not in for Declan Rice today. The batteries weren't in. Listen, Kobbie Mainoo was meaty today. I think he was not a revelation, but it was someone that can fucking control a ball and at least pass the ball properly. He helped England a bit. But Kobbie Mainoo wasn't up to it today because the pressure was onto him. Like, not he felt pressure, but the press from Spain. You've got to give credit to Spain's press for making him lose the ball there. I do think Man United fans, as you said in the previous stream, Bush, that Man United fans do overrate him. However, I actually think he's probably the best player in terms of keeping the ball. They should build around him. But I don't believe in this whole seed of stuff because that's how youngsters go to die in this country, with comparisons. So Rice wasn't helping him at all, ever, to be fair. Like, the only thing he did was a good drive with the ball, and that was it. There was a point in the first half where Stones drove with the ball throughout to their half, and that was the best attack of the half. We actually don't have a proper 8. That's the thing. Mainoo and Wharton are the only proper 8s in this country. We don't coach youth players properly to become that traditional number 8. You see that when Spain have controllers, like, that a Mikel Merino that didn't get many minutes in this tournament. You need someone like that. There's a lot of people. That's what a lot of people thought Harry Winks was in 2016 and stuff like that. And he's terrible. He was in the Championship last year. All by means, he did play well in the Championship, but come on, play for Leicester for God's sakes. But we don't have a traditional number 8. You see, Gallagher's your 8. Gallagher can't control the ball. The mobile Souček, in my opinion. That's what I've been saying. The mobile Souček that crashes the box and does all of that shit. Big up, Leo. But that's the thing. We don't have a traditional 8. You see, when Spain coach their players and they have their midfielders there, the Pedris, the Gavis, even Rodri when he came off, the Zubimendi came in. This is the first time I've actually watched Zubimendi because I don't watch Sociedad or whoever he plays for. That Oyarzabal actually changed the game when he came on. So Morata did okay. You still crying over it? I'm just talking about the final, mate. This is the match reaction. Here's what it is. But that Oyarzabal. I think you're actually. Oh wait, no, you might be talking about Declan Rice. Whatever, innit? Oyarzabal came on and made an impact drag defenders out. I think Morata played okay, but Oyarzabal actually properly tested the defenders when he came on. Like Guehi and Stone actually had something different to think about. And the thing is, Luke Shaw, it was a good idea playing Luke Shaw because it was the only left back that we had. Again, Tyrick Mitchell, in my opinion, should have got called up. A traditional left back that can receive the ball on their left foot. Like, it's not hard, is it, guys? It's simple stuff. And like, do you know, in other countries, I don't like, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't know many other countries that just like, and big nations that are meant to win tournaments, that just go and play the big players because they are the big players and because, you know, they play for the big clubs, and because they made a name for themselves. Because Harry Kane's the top goal scorer, the golden boy. You know, every time he would touch the ball, the whole Premier League commentators would just jizz over it all the time. And as you said, Leo, football is never going to come up, up with Harry Kane. That's the thing. Like Harry Kane in previous tournaments, I've stuck up for him many a time, yeah. And I stuck up for him in the Serbian game because I think he got a lack of service. You see, going forward from that, where are you? You're dropping in right wing back positions. You're dropping in number 6 positions. You're dropping in number 8 positions. You're dropping in everywhere but the striker. So Foden's the furthest one up the field. At times, Declan Rice was the furthest one up the field. Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka. Let's talk about Bellingham. Guys, the golden boy, another golden boy. Face of Adidas, face of Real Madrid, allegedly, even though it should be Vinny, really. The box crusher, Ballon d'Or. I don't give a fuck about Ballon d'Or, by the way. I don't give a fuck about Ballon d'Or in modern day era. People are too obsessed with Ballon d'Or. I don't care about Ballon d'Or. Messi and Ronaldo are gone. Who cares about Ballon d'Or? And I know they're not gone, but they're semi-retired. They're playing Saudi and MLS. It's semi-retirement, in my opinion. Like, even though Messi and Ronaldo will probably somehow get there because they are Messi and Ronaldo, I don't care about PR. It's Southgate's fault. Kane always played with runner, even with Poch. This is the thing. Harry Kane at Tottenham, when he would shield the ball, back to goal, keep the ball, no one's getting the ball from him. He looked weak. He looked feeble. Every centre-back, go to the Dutch game, they were onto him straight away. Every time he got the ball, he lost the ball. He lost the ball. How many times have we seen Harry Kane lose the ball because a defender from every nation, even the Slovenia and Slovakia games, got tight with it? Guys, why would a nation that didn't score against Slovenia in the group stage win the competition? They won one game in that group stage. You see, that group stage in general, only one nation won a whole game, and that was us against Serbia. That's how bad the group was. How England was so bad in that. Big up Leo again. Man United wanted him. If he had signed there was a high chance we wouldn't have won FA Cup. Jonathan, again, big up yourself. Apparently he played injured, said Gary Neville on TV. That would explain a lot. That would, like, I'm not gonna, like, it's kind of coincidental how that's come up now, but it would explain a lot. Now, a fully fit Harry Kane doesn't change anything for me. In my opinion, it doesn't change anything for me at all. Like, throughout the tournament, it doesn't change anything. Because there was still maybe a lack of service, in my opinion, but he still would have been dropping deep from the number 6 position. But it's coincidental how Gary Neville has seemed to bring up that now, after England have lost the tournament. Why didn't that come up earlier? Unless that quote was earlier, unless that quote is from a previous match, then he doesn't have an excuse. But then again, he's also making excuses for that game, if he's made that excuse much earlier. So, yeah, Saka didn't turn up. Don't get me wrong, Saka didn't turn up today. And he deserves the accountability. And honestly, when he's back in an Arsenal shirt, I'll be on to him every game because it's Arsenal, for God's sakes. I hate their fans. No, it was 5 minutes from the final. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This guy's making... Like, it's funny how that comes up now. Why does that come up now? Because, like, it comes up the game after he got sub for Ollie Watkins and he scored. How did Ollie Watkins not start? You see an actual coach with a bit of balls. If that De La Fuente, whoever the fuck he is, I don't know anything about him before he became Spain manager, became England manager. Let's say he was England manager for this final, and he got Watkins on and he scored. He got Palmer on and he scored. Palmer would be starting instead of Foden or Bellingham. And Watkins would be starting instead of Kane. Gordon would be starting. Gordon and Saka on either side. Or maybe a Jared Bowen. Am I being too shameless by saying Jared Bowen? Let me know. But I don't think Jared Bowen really got a chance. He came on against Serbia, did well. Came in against Denmark, didn't really do anything. But then we never saw him again. We never saw. Why did we not see more of Eze? Why did we not see anything to do with Adam Wharton? Why did we not see more of Gordon? Gordon got like 3 minutes this whole tournament. If we're talking about taking form into the tournament, Gordon should be there. Walker said that Grealish wasn't at the tournament because he had a bad season. Why are you here then? Why are you here? Why is Trippier here? Why is Trippier here? You see, like this country, yeah. You will never ever look at games logically. You will never ever look at games logically at all. They will never do it. They look at it with emotion. They look at it with bias. These pundits are friends with these players. Big up Jonathan again. Ian Wright said that Kane should strictly goal hang, but Neville said you can't tell to change his game. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because that wasn't really his game early on. But for some reason, ever since Jose Mourinho became manager of Tottenham, he changed his game. He changed his game to drop deep and put Son through. Son is not English, bro. There is no Son to run in behind for you to drop deep. Thing is with Ian Wright as well. You see that ITV dynamic? Roy Keane doesn't have any bias. Well, he kind of has a bias because he's Irish. So you probably might say something negative towards England and it might come off that way. Big up, Luca. Big up for joining the chat. Southgate out. Obviously, every day of the week, my friend. Every day of the week. The English David Moyes. You see Ian Wright is the patriotic one. Gary Neville is the biased one. And Roy Keane is the one that just will either say it how it is or say it because he doesn't like a player. Essentially, like De Gea got run out of Man United because of Roy Keane, in my opinion. Roy Keane ran David De Gea outside. He hated David De Gea. Like, guys, the reason why I have no expectations and I know what's coming next is because I pretty much watched this at West Ham. What we would do at West Ham is we would start well, take the lead, and then sit back. You see, every time England has scored, go and rewatch every match back. Like, or every highlight back, or every extended highlight that you can. Think about the Serbia game. We went 1-0 up and then defended the rest of the game. 1-0 up against Denmark, defended the rest of the game. Didn't score against Slovenia. Didn't score until late against Slovakia. We then had to pounce on because we went into extra time. Against Switzerland, we scored and then dropped off. And against Netherlands, we scored, dropped off, and then waited until the 90th minute to score because of the energetic substitutions. By the way, everyone in that England team, you have to give your wages to Gay, Pickford, Stones, Watkins, and Palmer. Those are the only people that should come out of it with any sort of credit that actually played a decent amount of minutes. Because Saka wasn't the Saka that Arsenal fans hyped him up to be in that tournament specifically. Neither was a Foden that Man City fans were hyping him up to be specifically. Now, do I think Foden is better playing in the middle? Yes, of course, but he's technically still playing in the middle from the left-hand side. No, he doesn't have anyone to link up with, and I'll put that into account. But it's still not good enough from an individual standpoint. It goes back to the 2018 World Cup, that Croatia game especially as well. Do you know what it is as well? I remember I was saying this before. I never used to like the Maguire-Stones partnership because of that Croatia game. I remember a lot of people talk about that Harry Kane chance where you should have squared it. But Maguire and Stones, when they got outdone by Mandzukic, I hated that partnership from that day on. I was actually on a geography trip in my school watching that game in a cinema room. I was on a fucking school trip in year 10 watching that game. And I was just like, yeah, it's not coming on, whatever. Like, we knew this, though. And even if we got through to that, bro, that was prime France with Paul Pogba running the show and Kante and Mbappe that was just still making his mark, etc. We would have got absolutely blended in that final. But Jonathan's right. It goes back all the way, that mentality back to that World Cup. But it goes back to the top, the manager. You see, when these pundits defend the manager as well, guys, when they defend the manager, they don't take into account where that is everything. They just focus on the narrative on one point. So when Carragher's talking about, he's too defensive, he's only focused on one point. He hasn't focused on any other of the criticisms. I actually like Carragher as a pundit. I don't agree with him all the time. I'm just giving you my opinion. Like, same way I think Gary Neville's an entertaining pundit. I don't think he's a very logical pundit. I mean, you saw the Cucurella thing fell flat on his face. And I was going off, 2 seasons in charge at Chelsea, where obviously you guys are Chelsea fans. You guys have multiple managers where people like Cucurella, their first season, he couldn't really settle in and all that stuff. But you're seeing the best of Cucurella when he inverted, etc. We need a foreign coach for real without any English bias. You see as well, like you need a foreign coach, but you need a foreign coach with some balls about him. You see, I watched a mini documentary about the hardest job is England manager or something like that, and they refer back to the media. And yes, the media are like a big problem to do with this club, to do with the mentality, and it actually kind of runs through the media as well with the whole narrative stuff as well. But you see, you need a coach that can handle the media, experienced or young, because the Spanish media are mad. But Spain were doing so well that you don't hear anything from the Spanish media. Now the media are going to give you shit as well, and they're going to throw you under the bus. Don't get me wrong, but they are also going to criticize you when you do poorly. Now the media in this country asked very stupid questions, but accountability is like these players are afraid of it. It's like Kane was like, "Well, you know what it's like to be an English player, so why are you giving me shit?" Harry Kane, my friend, you deserve to be criticized. This is what comes with your job. I get it, it's probably hard being rich. It's probably hard having millions and getting a little bit of criticism, and then all of a sudden your life is shit. I'm sure that's hard for you. I'm sure that's very, very hard for you. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. But come on, people deserve to criticize you. Bellingham was talking about, oh, they don't know what, like, after he did that overhead kick, that arrogant interview, talking about the criticism and stuff. Bro, you dropped a 0 out of 10. Because of one overhead kick, don't give it all of this. I like the on the pitch arrogance, but when you bring that off the pitch, cool, you play for Real Madrid. Congratulations too. I hope you do well in every step of your career. But you didn't bring that to England. You see, when you're kicking the shit out of things, let me bring this up. Bookmarks. Let me go straight to my bookmarks, bro. I'm gonna go straight to my bookmarks. Give me a sec. TNT Sports. TNT Sports posted this year. Have a look at this. Jude Bellingham left his frustration out all time. He left more on here than he did on the pitch in 90 minutes. Accountability, please. Accountability, please. Have some accountability for yourself and allow the media to have some accountability. If you feel like the media are lying about you, come out and say it, because you don't deserve that. But what did people say that wasn't true? Alan Shearer and Gary Lineker, from a striker's perspective, gave Harry Kane shit about pressing from the front. They are very well in their right to do that. Why are they not? Why are they not well in their right to do that? Bowen should have played. Big up France. I think Bowen would have given something different. Like, I'm not even saying this from a West Ham perspective. Like, even from like a different profile point of view, you're running at players. You're like at least running in behind from a Jarrod Bowen perspective. So like taking on players, like he probably wouldn't have. It would have been a great battle with Bowen versus Cucurella, and maybe Cucurella would have pocketed him as well. Like that could have happened, but maybe Bowen would have given something different, a bit of fresh legs. I thought. Can I? I want to say this about Saka as well. Like I'm actually like somewhat of a fan of Saka, but just not as a fan as Arsenal fans are, of course, because they overrate every. No offense, Luca. I know you're in the chat as well, but Saka's overhyped to an extent as well. Saka never like really gets a rest. So when you're Southgate and you're complaining about fitness and you're playing the same players all the time, bring a Bowen on, bring a Gordon on. You have a squad. Use it. Look, Bowen scored in a Conference League final, so you can easily belt one in. Listen, Bowen scores in big games. Bowen is also a man who doesn't let the occasion get to him. Now, yes, there's a different pressure going from West Ham to a European stage, and yes, I get all of that. But Bowen, like Palmer, like Mainu, like Gay, a bit older than all of them, but will rise to the occasion no matter what. No matter what. Like Bowen, putting on Bowen, it would have been something different, man. Are you a West Ham fan too? Big up, bro. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're subscribed. Like the video, people, and subscribe if you're new. We're going to Joey's stream for the Copa America watch along straight after this. I don't know how to redirect to people, so I'm going to leave the link in the chat as this stream ends. So by the way, as soon as I say I'm about to end the stream, just put in the chat to remind me to go to Joey's stream, because big up Jimmy because he redirected to this. I was on a stream with both of them. And we're going to watch the Copa America final, Argentina versus Colombia. Go straight in there. But guys, in general, like tactically it was all wrong. Individually it was all wrong. The manager got it wrong. But he's probably going to get a 2-year extension after this. He's probably going to get... That was the rumours by, probably like B-tier list journalists. We'll see what happens. Okay, I don't know about that, bro. Watch yourself. Watch yourself with that one, bro. Watch yourself with that one. I don't. It's pretty much the same football, bro. It's like that was. It was like watching Moyes ball today, like the bad Moyes ball, not the counter-attacking Moyes ball. It was like watching that today, bro. But I don't know who. If you're the FA, who would you hire? England manager, who would you hire? Like, and I'm talking like realistic, but that would actually suit the squad. Because they're probably going to go if Southgate was to go, they're probably going to go and get Potter. It's going to be Potter, or they're going to try and go for Eddie Howe out of his contract at Newcastle. That's the way I see it. It's always been another heartbreak for Bowen too. Yeah, another heartbreak for Bowen though. Yeah, it would be. We need Jose Mourinho, type of coach I don't give a fuck. If it wasn't for his Fenerbahce thing, like, I've been campaigning for Mourinho for about 2.5 years. The thing is, it's not even a football thing. I don't want to see just pretty football for the sake of it. Yeah, I say Eddie now too, to be fair. Yep. Eddie Howe will probably be coach or Potter. Like, if Eddie Howe was free agent, it'd probably be him straight away, but it probably will be Graham Potter. I think that's why he rejected the Leicester job, because I think he's waiting for that England job. I've rejected the Ajax job as well. But yeah, Mourinho would have been brilliant because of that winning mentality. It did come home. We won the World Cup with Dots. To be fair, we did win the World Cup with Dots. I actually missed that. I'm actually gutted I missed that. I got lobbed a beer earlier. Do you know what? On Wednesday when I went out, I had beers all over me. Beers all over my hair, bro, and I came straight back to do a stream. So, yeah, man. By the way, these people that throw their beers in the air for the sake of it have ruined celebrations. Because it's like they're doing it at local pubs where there's like 50 people. It's not like it's at Box Park as well, where there's like 500 people and you're lobbing it in the air or whatever. You see, when it first became a thing in like 2018 or whatever, unfortunately it's normalized now. But it used to be because, they let go of the beer and all that and celebrate in the air. But now they're just lobbing beers for the sake of it. If you got on TikTok, I'm sure you can see like people just throwing beers into the crowd when people are celebrating it as pranks now. They're doing it as pranks. They're not celebrating anymore, are they? They all jinx stuff, bro. Yeah, bro. They do. And listen, it was never coming home. I do understand that. If you watched my Euro preview, you would have seen me say that I think that England had a chance of not making it out the group stage because of how bad England were. Like, I think if you saw the Iceland friendly as well, you would have seen that England got ran through and pammed through. The Euros didn't have the same vibes as 2018 World Cup and 2020 Euros. It didn't. Do you know what's funny as well? That 2018 World Cup, for some reason, that summer just hit different. That summertime in England was different. Like, unfortunately, I was still in school and I had a horrible school time. So, unfortunately, I was still in school and all that. But that summertime, in terms of football, that hit different because we then followed into the 18-19 season, was actually a decent season to watch Premier League-wise. Apart from being a West Ham fan, we finished like 10th. And 2020 Euros, like, we got football back. Fans were back into crowds and stuff. And it was all at Wembley. So it's pretty much set up for England to win it. And guess what? In that final as well, what happened, Jonathan? As you said, it all comes from the 2018 World Cup. England scored. And what did they do? They defended their box for the whole 90 minutes. Bro, I was probably, if I wasn't in the school that I was in, it probably would be my best summer ever as well. I would say 2 years ago was my best summer because of West Ham, because of like going out and stuff from West Ham and stuff. But 2018, like, if I was a bit older, I would have been able to celebrate that a lot more. But listen, it's been this tournament, yeah. It started off really well within the group stage. Like, when we were watching all these teams going out, and the smaller nations made it better for the tournament because they were just going for it. Even the Georgias, the Kvaratskhelia, like that goalkeeper that they have, like the Albania when they took that goal against Italy early on. Those moments there, that made the tournament fun. You see where it got to the knockout stages where all the big nations and all of them defending, apart from Spain, Germany, and maybe Spain, France, none of the games were that entertaining for me. Like, Spain made this tournament, so credit to Spain. They deserve to win it. I'm not bitter at all, by the way. I would never be bitter. I would never make excuses that we got played off the park. And it was expected. The only thing Spain really lacking is sometimes their game management is a bit iffy when they take a lead, which is the only reason why we got back into the first place, even though it was a great goal. Other than that, it didn't really become a problem for them. Like their weaknesses are very minuscule compared to what we have. Turkey versus Georgia was the game of the tournament. Yes, I agree. Bro, that game was nuts. You see that? I think that was the Gula goal, the Arda Gula goal, where he smacked it. Oh man, that's goal of the tournament. That's goal of the tournament, alongside that Yamal goal against France. I think. Like, credit to Yamal. He's 17. He's still revising. He's still about it. He's got detention probably. Like, big up to Yamal. Like, that guy is the future of Spain and the future and present of Barcelona. If he can thrive in whatever Barcelona want to do, if they get Nico Williams as well, that'll be a good thing. Like, to have Nico Williams and Yamal alongside whatever striker they have. Maybe Lewandowski for another year or two, and maybe whatever the Vitor Roque guy. I think he's a striker as well. But yeah, Nico Williams. This is my first time probably watching Nico Williams, apart from I think the previous tournament. I think he was in the previous tournament. I could be wrong. I think this might have been the first time I watched him, because I don't watch Bilbao. I've seen a lot of contrasting opinions on whether the guy's good enough or not. The guy is slightly erratic, but in that Spain system, he did really well. But it's almost like that Spain system isn't exactly robotic. Like, they still have freedom for football, like proper football, like for them to pass and express themselves. That's what Spain do. That's how Spain play. That's how they orchestrate it. There's less instruction going into it. There's less defensive instruction. They actually have a nice press, and they're organised in defence. Just because you press high up the pitch doesn't mean you have to be all out attack. Laporte and Lenormand, I don't know how to pronounce his name because I'm not French, but they both played brilliant throughout the tournament and throughout the game. Carvajal was one of the most experienced right backs. Why not put an actual winger to test him? England didn't play a left winger all tournament, apart from when Gordon came on. Even Eze isn't a left winger. He can play off the left, and he's a decent left winger, but Eze is a number 10. Bellingham and Foden were the only two players to play number 10, and even Bellingham was getting in the way of Foden, and Foden was getting in the way of Bellingham. They were both running with each other. Like, when we were debating, I remember the debates before the tournament, like who should play, etc. I don't think I even had Bellingham in my starting 11. I don't think I did. I only accommodated it for Foden to play inside and the natural left back to play outwards, but we saw how that happened. It didn't work. And also under this manager, it doesn't work. Now, Foden, Bellingham, Saka, Kane could probably work under a different manager. But also, these four players didn't really turn up, especially the other three that weren't Saka. Especially a Foden, especially a Bellingham, especially a Kane. Where is Harry Kane? Do we need to talk about Harry Kane in bigger games in these tournaments? Do we need to talk about Harry Kane in this instance? Because Harry Kane, apart from, like, I'm not going to put the Champions League final on him because he was barely fit. Lucas Moura should have played for Tottenham in that final, and luckily he didn't. And Liverpool won, and that was for the right thing to do with football, because Tottenham should never win the Champions League. But Kane has never really turned up in big games, in big European games, in big knockout games, in big matches in the Premier League. He definitely turns up. Tommy T is available. The thing is, I think Tuchel would do well for a tournament, probably an international tournament. I don't particularly rate Tuchel for like a league manager, but a knockout tournament manager, I think Tuchel would do all right. But I think England would never hire a German manager. I don't think it's realistic. But because Tuchel has all the players at his disposal, he might do well. But also his talent ID is also a bit off. He obviously has a fetish for Eric Dyer type players as well. That's a problem. But that's also a thing as well. Like who are the FA going to hire next? In my opinion, the FA are going to go for a Potter or Eddie Howe, as I've already said. Unfortunately, I think a Potter and Eddie Howe. And to be fair, maybe that's enough for a trophy. And the reason why I say that, this team just needs a little bit of coaching. That's all it really needs. A little bit of coaching. However, let's be honest, it takes more than a bit of coaching. It takes mentality. This mentality needs to run throughout the whole country. And you see it at club football, it actually kind of runs into international football as well. Like the whole club football thing, where they're happy with second, they're happy with a runners-up medal. That's what they're happy with. Let's be honest. They're happy with that. They're happy with finishing second. If you're like a Big Six team, let's say, and you go into a competition, you finish second, but you'll say, I'll take that. That's not the mentality you want as a Big Six team. You see, as a West Ham fan, like, second in the Premier League, okay, cool. But you see, if we get into a final in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup final, and we haven't won a domestic cup in a very long time, and we come second, I'm not going to be happy with that. I'm not going to go the middle finger in the players or anything. But I'm still going to criticize them. I'm not going to be like, well, it's all right, guys. It's all right. We lost the final. It's happy. It's about the memories you make along the way and stuff like that. That's not how you get the mentality to become a big club. Like, it's not being arrogant either. Arrogance is very different. It's actually very different. There's a thin line for where people judge it, but it's very different. You see how arrogance, yeah? See, arrogance is like, we should be winning the Prem next year. Well, we have like, Aaron Cresswell in our squad. That's arrogance. But this goes into country football, like goes within the fans. That fans are just happy to be there. Fans are just happy to be there, happy for the summer, happy for the nights out, happy to just get on the piss and just watch matches drunk. Gareth Southgate, I've just seen a notification come up on my phone. Gareth Southgate said, "I don't think it's a good moment to discuss these things or decide these things when talking about the future. When talking about his future." I think he's staying based off that quote because before the tournament he said, if we don't win it, I'm not going to be here anymore. But let's be honest, the players are going to want him to stay. In fact, me and Gaming discussed this on one of the match reactions before. He's going to want to stay, and the players are going to want him to stay. I think and when he's doing the whole punch into the crowd thing, being a happy passion match and all this nonsense, and he's getting points because of that, he knows that he's good. Like, I know he said in interviews, "Oh, I don't feel accepted. Yeah, I don't feel accepted." Am I meant to feel sorry for you, bro? I'm just judging you for what you're doing on the pitch. I'm not going for you personally. I don't feel accepted. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. I care if you're a good enough manager to take this country forward. Again, guys, I'm talking passionately. I'm not even this passionate when it comes to off camera. I'm just talking with force because people like to talk shit every time England lose a tournament. No accountability. That runs through the country, bro. That probably runs through some of our fan bases with no matter who you support, Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, West Ham fan, who it doesn't matter who. Like, you probably want more standards for your club, but there's these fans that'd be like, chill. Finish second. We're in the Champions League. We finished in the semi-final of this cup. Chill out. That runs through. It's a mentality problem. But it always has been. Like, England have had better squads, as Carragher said. But also that football was just better then as well. Like, it was obviously before my time, but those Italy squads, even the Netherlands squad, even the Spanish squads, the France squads, French squads, Brazil squads were also probably much better than England at the time anyway. But that doesn't give an excuse for England to not go for it and probably do better and go past the fine margins. How many sub stories, how many nearly stories do you hear from former English players when it comes to tournaments? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of feel sorry for me type shit. There's a lot of that. And that runs through all the ex-pundits. Well, all these ex-pundits want to like let their players go off because of the club that they're associated with. Listen, I think Kobe Manu deserves criticism for this specific game, but I'm not gonna berate him overall. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's the seed or for anything. I don't think Man United fans should be putting that on him. However, he wasn't good today. But he wasn't terrible either. I think he was probably one of the better players. I think, to be fair, I think he deserves to have his head held up high for his first tournament to play the way he did. That's a good tournament. I think he's actually been better than quite a lot of English players in the past that have played in midfield and stunk out the pitch. And we don't do well with these type of players. Like, we were talking about profiler players and proper number 8s. It's like in the past English teams as well, we were talking about proper number 6s. They didn't have that with the whole Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard sort of debacle where they tried to integrate all three of them, when they had a Michael Carrick to keep them balanced, or they could have decided between themselves to change the formation up or play a 3-5-2 or 4-3-3, etc. It's like they didn't have the flexibility and the tactical nous back then, which is what's different now with managers. Like, a lot of football is coaching, and that's why it's so robotic now. It's not even just structure of clubs. It's the fact that managers take over players. That's what they do. They take over players. So what happens is, like 90% of when we're judging players, it's mainly based on the circumstances of the manager, unless we're judging them based off key decisions that they made in the match. So like a missed shot, a missed chances, missed passes, giving away the ball, doing simple stuff. We actually are more judging players now on doing the simple stuff, like taking your man on, like even trying to be a bit different, trying to express yourself a little bit more. But overall, whether they don't fit, It's all because of how the manager plays, and you guys probably already know this, but this also does. It doesn't really go with international tournament as much. Like, I don't think they need instruction. Like, I think France were even worse than England, debatably, because they have just as good of a squad and probably better, and they don't even play like Rabiot plays up a Camavinga, for example. Like, why is Rabiot playing up a Camavinga? Let's be honest. Like, are we being serious? Rabiot over Camavinga. Like, Deschamps is gonna stay. Like, France have the exact same problem, but Deschamps won a World Cup and he's still shit. So why should I think Southgate is any different? He won a World Cup. It was just harder to win than the Euros because different continents as well. You're going to get tested differently. He won a World Cup, and people still think he's shit. So why don't we have the same energy for this manager in this country? I'm not saying there aren't English people that don't have the energy for this manager. They do. So there's a lot of people like you and me that do have the energy for this manager, but there's a lot of people that don't because they say, "Oh, but you made the semi-final in this tournament. You made the quarter-final in this tournament. You made the final in this tournament. You made the semi-final in this tournament. You made the final in this tournament." On and on and on. All I'm hearing is yap, yap, yap. All I'm hearing is excuses. All I'm hearing is lack of accountability. All I'm hearing is we nearly did it. In translation, it's we nearly did it. You don't get anywhere by doing anything nearly. You don't get anything. What do you get for finishing second place? A runners-up medal. Are you happy with that? I'm sure you are. As I said on Jimmy's stream, Kane said, "I trade everything for this Euros." You don't have anything. What do you have? What have Tottenham won in 15 years? Because the last time they won something was 15 years ago. Like, even if Bowen said that, even if Bowen said, "I trade everything I have for a Euros," I'd probably go at him a little bit, but you just won the Conference League compared to the European Championships. Of course you would trade that. I'd be going the same for Bowen. Declan Rice has just won the Conference League. A lot of these players would. Kyle Walker's moving mad to do with his trophies and stuff. Kyle Walker probably shouldn't be talking to the media because I remember after the Denmark game, guys, Kyle Walker and Declan Rice were talking about, but they're Champions League players. Excuse me, are you not Champions League players? Is Kyle Walker not playing in the Champions League? Is Declan Rice not playing in the Champions League? Harry Kane is playing in the Champions League. Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham. Bellingham won the Champions League. And you're talking about these are Champions League players. How does that make any sense? The only ones that are not in Europe are Pickford, Wharton, Bowen, and all the Palace players, and Bowen and Pickford. And I'm pretty sure a couple others. Everyone else is in Europe. Like, they're in Europa League, Conference League. If we was to go through the Denmark squad, maybe we might have more Champions League players than them. I don't remember the Denmark squad. I remember the key player. Højlund isn't in the Champions League. He's shit, and he played there. And we drew to that Denmark team. And they were chatting shit. All on TV. It's all live on TV. You can go back and watch this stuff. I'm just trying to see if any of my bookmarks. By the way, guys, I don't know whether you guys saw this. I don't know whether this is a real quote, so allow me. But this post has been deleted, apparently. So apparently Puberty Sport deleted a tweet talking about Danny Olmo was talking about Harry Kane's trophy curse. I kept Harry Kane's trophy curse going in Germany, and I'm not done yet. So I'm assuming that was a fake quote. Neil Mopai has just obviously tweeted as well, trolling England as per, because Neil Mopai is a troll. I listen, it is what it is. Like, I rate trolls. I rate Neil Mopai, to be fair to him. But Bellingham could be frustrated all he wants, kicking shit. You didn't put any of that into the match. Where was you in that match? Someone put, where is Jude Bellingham? Where was he? I didn't see him that whole game apart from one turn and one layoff. It's always a moment with Bellingham in these things. It's always a moment in big games. It's always you're doing one thing, not two or three, actually performing. It's always, I didn't see anything from Phil Foden today. I didn't see anything. I didn't see him go alive. In the first half, when Spain had the ball, we had the ball for a bit. I didn't see Foden touch the ball. I saw him. Well, I didn't see Foden. did you see Danny Olmo walking with a cup of tea before the game? I didn't see that, bro. So this guy's just a shithouse. I didn't see that. That's shithousery. So fair play. Fair play to Danny Olmo. I mean, he deserves that win as well. Like, that's great shithousery. I rate that. And he deserved, and like that goal against France where he took the touchdown and just struck it, like that was such a good goal. He's linked with Man City. He's linked with Man City every year. I don't know whether he'll actually go to Manchester City, but I think he'll do really well in the Premier League. I think he will take the Premier League by storm almost. Big up Melon. Big up Melon. Brev. It's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good, Brev. So I saw your message. I will blitzed. I was gonna reply to you later. I was on stream as you messaged me, bro. But for that, like, it's like the worst way to lose as well. It's like the goals were kind of preventable. Like they were the better team, but when you look at the goals, like specifically, they were kind of preventable. Like Walker could have done better for either goal. Do you know what's funny? Before that second goal, did anyone hear this as well? On BBC, they said Gallagher and Trippier are about to come on. They scored. He brought Ivan Toney on. Malibu's fucking lovely straight out the bottle. Joy, I haven't had Malibu in ages, bro. I haven't had Malibu in ages. Joy, I might actually buy some. I'm going to buy some tomorrow because I'm doing a birthday stream. By the way, just quick promotion. On Monday, I'm doing a watch along for the first West Ham preseason game. It starts at 3 p.m. I'll be live at 2:50 p.m. UK afternoon. On Wednesday, I'm doing a birthday stream at 9 p.m. Hopefully, I might change the time depending on because my family are coming around and stuff. So the times might be changed. So keep an eye out on that, and keep an eye out for the community page as well. On my birthday stream on Wednesday, you'll be able to ask me any question you want, football related or non-football related, and I might answer it. Obviously, I'm not going to answer everything, but you'll get to ask me any questions. So it's a Q&A. So go on my community page or be on that stream on Wednesday, and you'll be able to ask me a question in the chat, or go on the community page and ask me a question on one of my posts. Simple as that. We're just gonna just chat shit on that stream on Wednesday and also I will stream anything that comes out to breaking news to do with West Ham United and to do with football if you guys want me to as well. You're a prick, bruv. Fuck's sake. I don't that's the questions I was thinking of when I said I'll answer anything. Obviously that's why I took it back literally. But yeah, obviously back to the game. I knew it was never coming home. If you go back, I said England were going to make it out the group stage, potentially. And if not, they were going to lose in the first knockout stage. Made it through Switzerland on penalties, and that was a great moment. I really enjoyed that penalty shootout because of the way the players just had no sort of pressure on them. As Alan Shearer said, pressure is for tires. The way Palmer, Trent, Tony, Saka, and I forgot who the other guy was that took it. Yeah, I forgot who it was, but their players took the penalties. It was a great moment. That Saka goal as well was a great moment because I thought we lost. But Saka was like, fuck it. Everyone on the train back from West was fucking sweating and drunk and depressed, man. I've never seen such a despair all in one place. I mean, I'm the one that took it. Pause. Fuck's sake, Melon. Fuck's sake. Do you know what? Answering this year, if you want to see so much despair in one place, just go to Ilford. It's always despair there. I've seen it all the time if I go to Ilford. By the way, if you live near Redbridge, anyone in that Washington live near Redbridge, don't go to Ilford. Don't go to Ilford. Because that is a fucking depressed place. That is one of the worst shopping centres you could go to as well. That's the only shopping centre where you feel like I might not be safe here. Yeah, you know. Like of all people you would know as well. Like, oh man. Like, it must have been mad going on the train back as well, though. Like, the thing is, I wouldn't know what I would have done with myself, like, if we had won. Because I would have gone out on a night out, but I don't know where I would have gone. Because it would have taken me a long time to get to somewhere where it was actually good. I probably would have had to go to the Elizabeth line somewhere. What is they even do in Ilford? I've been there 50 times. As a kid, I just went Valentine's Park, and that was it, but I was a kid. You can eat, but I was out in Wilston Green in the pub. Fair play. Like, when I got some big bottle. Do you know what? Fair fucking play. I needed to be drunk before the game, but I didn't actually drink. Like, I only had a cider, and that was it. I don't have anything strong in my house, so that's why I'm buying alcohol tomorrow. I'm actually gonna buy some Malibu tomorrow because I was thinking, what the fuck am I gonna buy? Because I'm gonna probably be drunk on that stream. Um, my mum's gonna think I'm a fucking weirdo bringing alcohol into the house as usual, but whatever. But yeah, Wednesday will be the Q&A stream. You know, just ask me literally anything you want, like literally any, like if you want to get to know me, etc. Obviously, apart from the stupid questions. But I've only got like three questions like for that stream. So go to the community page, either at me on Twitter or on the stream. I'll just title it birthday Q&A and stuff, and you can get the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Wait, do you want the link now or do you want the link for the birthday stream? Get some Russian vodka. Like, do you know what? Vodka's a shout, yeah, but I'm probably not gonna bring vodka to into my house. Now, okay, you want the link now? Okay, let me send you the link now, bro. Oh shit, my Twitter's off. Let me turn it on. I'll send you the link. It'll come to you in like 2 minutes. And by the way, Melon, I'm gonna be on for like 10 more minutes because I'm going straight to Joey's stream. Everyone subscribe to Web Sports with Joey as well. I'm gonna link that right at the end of the thing. Because we're gonna watch Copa America final. We're gonna watch Argentina versus thingy versus Colombia. That should be a better final than what we watched because we won't have any bias. All right, I'm linking you the stream now. I've got my headphones on as well. I didn't even need my headphones on for the stream. But yeah, we're gonna go straight to Joey's stream. So I want you guys all to redirect there. Some of you, if you guys are not subscribed to Joey already as well, he's on 250. I just hit 250. So if you're not subscribed to Joey, subscribe to him. I'm gonna get the link up as well. We're gonna be live for 10 more minutes. I sent you the link, by the way, Melon. We're gonna be live for 10 more minutes, and yeah, after that should be fun. All right,
big up, man.
Pick up, bro.
Time for the outro, man. I just got the link for Joey's stream as well.
Yeah, just seen that. You just got back home?
Nah, I've been home for a little bit.
Okay. What was your thoughts going into it? Did you think?
Going into it, excited. I was excited. Yeah. Obviously, it's a Euro final. I'm in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lineup was looking left footer at right wing back, and it's just everything class. It's just not good.
Yeah.
But we did a good first half in terms of like not conceding for me.
Yeah.
And then the second half was just end to end, very shit football overall.
Yeah.
I think, but
oh man. Do you know what? I rated how we went man to man in midfield, but it's just like when we got the ball, like you need to actually like go a bit more on the counter.
I was so surprised Rodri got subbed.
Yeah, but I think he was injured.
Yeah, I think he had a knock from the game before.
Yeah, because I think he even said he was playing with injury, so he needed to put it on him.
He was good as well.
Yeah, I mean Rodri, I don't know how he does it, man. He just every game, he's just Mr.
For me, he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, Joe, I actually agree. I said best midfielder. That was even doing him a disservice, like because he's actually been that good. Like, gotta give credit where it's due, man. Like City literally can't win without him. Like that's how good he is, man. That's how key he is.
He is the system. He says.
Yeah, he literally is the system.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if you wanted to go man to man off the ball, like be that defensive off the ball, you needed someone to counter with. So they had no Gordon, they had no Bowen, they had no one who was effective on the counter. They had Saka, who's okay on the counter, but Bellingham and Foden on the counter, they're not that good. They're not carrying the ball. Like
Bellingham was playing like left wing / attacking midfield.
Yeah,
he's playing like a weird left wing centre mid role. It's just weird, man.
And then when he's not doing it, Foden's doing it. Like they're both like Foden was doing it previous games. Like it's like he doesn't like left-sided players. It just doesn't like anyone on the left side. Like we didn't have anyone traditional there.
Yeah.
Like Luke Shaw was there, he gave us a balance, but then he ran out of steam as usual. The thing is, even though when he's fully fit, he runs out of steam. So this isn't really any different for me from looking at Luke Shaw. Like he's not really Mr. Consistent exactly. Like
By
we've
the
seen it.
way,
Yeah.
I was so pissed off with the refereeing. Absolutely, like the whole game. It was for us. For like the referee was really siding us. I feel like a lot of the decisions that should have been like a stupid free kick, against us, it just wasn't given, and for us, it was always given. From what I
Yeah.
saw, and then at the end, it was just the complete opposite, and it sucked, bro. Like
Yeah.
it should have gone to 96, 97 minutes at the minimum. The amount of
I
time
suppose.
wasted there was, and
Yeah.
and the main point I'm really annoyed at is that goal. I am 100% sure was offside. 100%.
That,
I don't care
they
about the
did
VAR.
detect, they did detect, to be fair. They did the technology. It was onside, to be fair. Stones was
I
playing him.
don't I don't trust the technology because I saw a frame of the goal. I
Mm.
don't fuck the technology, bro. That's shit.
No,
I
the
saw
technology is good, to be fair.
it is good, to be fair. It is very good. It's very quick and effective. But like, I saw a frame of the
Mm.
actual real thing, and he was maybe, you know, 10, 15 centimeters offside
Yeah.
when the part
Yeah.
when the pass was made. It's ridiculous, man.
You know what? To be fair though, like when I saw it, like I know it's fine margins, and that's the problem with my more problem with like VAR and stuff is that every offside is now fine margins, but his knee
Yeah,
was playing him onside. That's how onside. That's how like margin was. It was John Stones' fucking knee. Like my problem with the goal is the marking slightly with Gay, but more so with Walker. Like the fact on the left hand side, so much space for him to cross it, and Kukurea is good at the low driven crosses, so
yeah.
they just let him cross it.
Got an
Like, I
assist,
mean,
didn't it?
obviously, yeah, and obviously, as Jonathan said, it was probably Saka's man more so because he's the right winger, like tracking the left back, etc. And that's how we marked. We marked man to man the whole game, and but the one time he didn't go man to man, that's what happened.
Kukurea had a really good performance as well, from what I remember.
He's had a great tournament.
Yeah.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk, bro? Is that why you don't remember it? Are you drunk, bro?
No, no, I'm not in it. Not all, man.
Oh, fair
Nah,
enough.
nah, nah. Like, it's one of those games you just don't want to remember in it.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's
But
like
I won't.
I haven't watched back the England Italy game in the Euro final like
I
three
never
years
know.
ago.
No,
I haven't watched that game back.
no, I haven't either.
Like, it's
That's
one
the
of
thing.
those games.
You know what it is with me with England? Yeah, I always want England to win no matter what.
Hmm.
And when I was at the pub like the other day, like obviously I celebrate because it's in the moment, like you're in the vibe. And in the vibe here, but I need to be in the vibe to like proper
What with
celebrate.
me?
But today, like yeah, when I was with you, when I was
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
pub,
yeah.
and stuff, like it was to
Netherlands, innit?
celebrate like mad. Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
today
winner.
it was the first time I was at home and
Yeah.
celebrated a goal, an England goal in a long time because I was screaming at the TV, Palmer Watkins get on the pitch, and
Yes.
when
I was
Palmer
at the
scored, I
pub
knew he
saying
was
the
going
same
to score.
thing.
Yeah, but I knew he was going to score though as soon as it went to him.
Yeah.
Like it
It
was
was
just
like
that moment.
cut back in a
Yeah,
situation you normally don't. And I saw Palmer there, and I'm like, instantly, I jumped up and started celebrating before he hit the ball because I
yeah,
know him how dangerous he is from that position.
yeah. Was you covered in beer?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one of those pubs.
Oh,
Happily,
okay.
for the first time in about 3 weeks, I watched an England game and I wasn't fucking caked in beer, bro.
Why am I hearing? I beg up, Jonathan. Why am I hearing? I am England till I die 2 hours after. Well, you hearing that in your street, Jonathan, or is it just on TV or whatever?
England till I die.
Oh man, Southgate needs to go, right?
He needs to go. He got a contract extension until the World Cup.
The thing is, I'm looking forward to the World Cup outside of England, because it's in the
I'm
summer.
not. I'm not at all.
How come
I've been
not
I've
just
been
England?
complete like I've got the I can't say that. I've been completely turned away from I've been completely turned away from international football.
Yeah.
Completely. I don't give a shit.
Oh man, Jonathan, I don't do it. You must be an Ilford. That's why you get them random drunk crackheads, bro.
He's probably talking about me, bro. It's not far off. I just don't smoke crack.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a lot of nitties in Ilford that are probably chatting about England, even though they
What
didn't
is
have
he
a home
about
squad.
Ilford?
No, no, I'm just saying
Oh,
because Ilford. As soon as I see hey crackhead, I think Ilford. That's just my thing.
bro,
But
you're literally in the train station. You haven't even arrived at Ilford yet, and you've
yeah,
already seen a crackhead. This man.
yeah, bro, he's in the Midlands. Even worse. Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't even say well Midlands as in like Birmingham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Birmingham
fair enough.
were like
Fair enough.
the Black Country, etc. Like Wolves, West Brom, and them, man. Forest and that. All of
Forest
them
and
places.
Brighton and then man.
Forest and Brighton. Oh, to be fair, in Brighton, actually, no, I can't say that. Oh, Coventry. Coventry, sure. I've had a lot of. Well, I've got a couple of friends that are in uni there, so I've heard some stuff about Coventry.
Fucking Coventry, man.
Do you know what it is? The silence after they scored in the pubs must have been deafening. Like, or
Nah,
like,
it wasn't even
just angry.
silence. It was just despair and anger. That's all it was, man. Because
Was it?
everyone, it wasn't even like, oh, it's a outside the box
Mm,
screamer. Okay, they deserve to win. It was like it's offside. Everyone in the pub was it's offside. Because
yeah.
they showed a literal like freeze frame of when he hits the ball, and he's clearly offside. Clearly, like there's never been a more
Uh,
clear offside decision to give from that like it must have just been like a few frames ahead.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, the angle for the actual offside, there was literally a knee onside. That's what was keeping him on. It was a fucking knee. Like, how like unlucky. Like, do you know what? I feel sorry for the centre backs because they don't deserve like
They
their
did
shit.
really well.
Yeah, like all tournament. Even when Konza came in, he did well, and Gay and Stones did well. Like, credit to all three of them. But like the fullbacks have not helped the centre backs at all. Like Shaw did started well, then he ran out of steam.
You know what's
Walker's been
crazy as
shit.
well? What I just
Yeah.
realized now,
Uh,
we haven't really used a left winger the entire tournament.
I'll say this on stream. Like Gordon got 3 minutes, and that was it. Like even when Eze came on, Eze's not a left winger. Eze's a 10, and he played left back, a left wing back.
I don't even remember Eze. Wait, when did Eze come on? Not
Eze
this
came
one.
on against
Okay,
Switzerland
okay.
and Slovakia, I think. So he
It
played
don't
that, and he
even
played.
matter,
That
but
was
we
the
didn't win. It don't
no,
matter.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
fuck up the games as you like. I don't care. Who cares, bro?
Back to yeah, we don't have a left side. Yes, true, Jonathan. That's the thing. Gordon wasn't on. Like that's. I was saying this before the tournament. Like a left side of Trippier and Foden was always going to be out like off balance. I don't know how people still thought England would win the tournament with that left hand side, even though we did get through the games. It was never sustainable. But
Like
that's what it
Foden
is.
is a 10. That's
Mm,
it for me.
yeah,
Or a right mid, and that's it. Like you
yeah.
can't play him on the left. You can't.
No, but even in the 10 today, like he did. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't have many people to link up with, but
Yeah.
he was shit today. Him and Bellingham was shit. Bellingham was dog shit. Bellingham was playing out of position, but Bellingham has played shit every game apart from the first
Yeah.
game, in my opinion. Like even in the first game when he scored, I thought he did all right out of play, but in every other game beyond that, I think he's been dog shit throughout. Like genuine dog shit. Zero
Yeah,
out
he's
of
been
tens
very good.
nearly every game. Like one back heel and one turn is not going to change it for me. Like my anger, I was on Jimmy's stream. My anger, my head loss was more to do with Harry Kane and what people were saying after the game, more than actual England. Because I don't get angry, passionate about England. Because I just don't. I never. I grew up with on the 2010 World Cup, so I'm used to the fucking failure. But I will only do that to do with West Ham, bro. Like I can only get that angry about West Ham. But the Harry Kane stuff was pissing me off because what kids needed to start, what kids needed to come on even earlier, or just start the whole game. So, but we're gonna go for 5 more minutes, then we're gonna redirect to Jerry's stream. But like, bro, did like would you with me like in the case like what kids needed to start the game?
Oh yeah. I don't know why
Like,
Kane's starting. Experience, captaincy, like that's the only thing I can see. But like
yeah,
as soon as Watkins came on, I'm thinking like the reason Kane has been a ghost the whole game is because there's no one able to supply a good enough pass to him.
yeah,
I would rather keep Kane on the pitch and put Palmer on the right or in the 10.
I would have probably kept Saka, but
Yeah.
put Palmer, Watkins, and Gordon in because Palmer's doing
Didn't
like quite
Palmer
well.
come in for Minu? Was
Yeah,
he was playing in that midfield too, wasn't he?
no, but you drop Bellingham deeper and then put Palmer ahead.
Ah, fair enough, yeah.
But then Bellingham,
But
as
that's
soon as he went
crazy.
deeper, he lost the ball even more somehow. Like he was losing the ball constantly. Him and Rice were losing the ball a lot.
Bellingham 6.
Yeah, you put Bellingham double six with Rice. Double six with Rice. Absolutely insane.
How is this guy our manager, man?
And he's going to be our manager for longer. I'm going to be 23 in 2 years, watching the World Cup still with Southgate in
I'm gonna be
charge.
22, bro.
I'm
This
21 in
guy's
3
still gonna be
years.
our manager.
Ah!
You know how shit my life is. Like for the last year, I've had to deal with Poch playing fucking Levi Colwell at left back,
You're
and
telling
fucking
me.
no, he's playing Levi Colwell at left back and simultaneously playing Chilwell at left wing
But you're
in the
telling me.
same game simultaneously. And then I go, oh, international break, let's go, no more
Mm,
Poch ball, and I go to Potter. I'm not Potter, sorry, Poch. Same shit, bro. I want to kill myself, man.
bro, I went from Moyes to Southgate. It's the same
I
thing.
would take Moyes at Chelsea over fucking Poch.
No, you wouldn't.
I
Because
would.
he'd be doing the same thing with Gallagher. He'd be playing Gallagher everywhere. He'd be playing
Bro,
Gallagher in the
our
10. He'd be
fan
playing
base,
Gallagher left wing.
wanted fucking Sam Allardyce. You know how mad that is. Poch is
I've
the
had
worst
Sam
manager
Allardyce.
we've had in our history. I swear to God.
Worse than actually no, of course he is. Yeah, he actually is. Is he worse than VS Boas?
Huh?
Is he worse than VS Boas?
What the fuck are you saying?
Do you not remember Andre VS Boas?
Oh, VS Boas. Oh,
Yeah.
mad. Yeah, you're speaking way too fast for me, bro.
Oh right. How
I
many
thought
drinks have you had?
I literally heard and a versus Spurs. I'm like, what are you on about, bro? You bugging out, man.
Maybe I don't know, bro. Maybe I am speaking too fast, but maybe you're just drunk.
Nah, what do you mean, bro? I'm fully sober. I'm fully sober, bro. I
Oh
haven't
man.
had a single drop of alcohol all night.
Okay, yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah,
You
it
and I
is.
have.
I can't lie,
But
it is.
yeah, bro.
Well, I can't
Oh
lie,
man.
evidently. When's Joey started, man? What's going on?
7 minutes, I think. So I'm gonna go for
Oh,
2 more minutes. We're gonna go for 2 more minutes. Basically, guys, I'm just gonna promote shit. Go to if you wanna like have more of these streams, just subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 before the end of the year. I'm gonna have the watch along for West Ham game tomorrow, and any breaking news stuff. I'll have West Ham streams instantly. I hope so.
hey,
Anyway.
you've been growing on YouTube, bro. You got
Yeah.
371.
Oh yeah, it's all because of Jimmy, bro. Big up to Jimmy and all the
Hey,
community,
big
bro.
up
Where I was
to
on
you.
this Jimmy. Jimmy redirected everyone here. So big up Jimmy, big up Joey, and big up Lewis as well, because Lewis helped me with that as well, because I was on Shameless as well. Uh,
Oh, damn.
basically as well, you'll find my birthday stream on Wednesday. So any Q&A questions and all that, either go to the community page or you'll be in the chat asking me questions and stuff, and I'm just gonna chat a bag of shit and probably get drunk. But now, guys,
Bro,
go to Joey's channel. The link is in the chat. So go
can't you
to Joey's
redirect?
channel. I don't know how to do it. But
For real.
I legit don't know how to do it. But basically, Joey's stream is in the chat. I'm gonna actually have to ask one of them how to redirect people. But yeah, we're gonna watch the Copa America final, Argentina versus Colombia. So that's gonna start in 6 minutes, around that time. So instantly, if you're not subscribed to Joey as well, go subscribe to me. Recently, just hit 250 on Jimmy's stream, so big up to him as well. Big up to community. You guys have been great throughout everyone's streams as well. And
Big up
yeah,
the chat as well. Big up the chat.
yeah, big up the chat. Big up the
Regular.
chat. You guys have been fucking brilliant. It's been the best stream I've probably done. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Joey's stream. Take care.